thank you so much for joining me. I feel like I've known you for a long time, but of course, we just met.
Yes.
So, welcome to the party.
Thanks.
You're getting a lot of love. I am Kiki, bitch. Ooh, all right. Welcome to the party, Kiki, bitch. Look, I like you already. I need people like you on my side. People that are not afraid to say what you need to say and move on. And then just have the fire behind you, okay? I just see myself like that. Shari, welcome. How are you feeling?
I'm hot. I'm actually really hot. As usual, I'm always boiling hot.
I'm so sorry, honey. But, you know, the show must go on.
Yes.
So we are talking serious business today. If you don't know me yet, my name is Dr. Lulu, and I talk about the stuff that most people don't want to talk about. That cup that she's holding, that mug, that's what I'm talking about. So if you could take a moment, if you're watching, if you can hear my voice, just type the word yes. I'm Kiki, bitch. I love you. Says, thank you, doctor. You're very welcome. So we're going to just take a moment to invite our friends and remind them that the show is on, and then we'll continue. So Shari, just take a second and tap that little arrow at the bottom of your screen and invite your friends. And Shari, we are having connectivity problems. Uh-oh. Yeah, did you hear what I said?
I didn't. It froze. It actually froze for a second. So I missed that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. The devil is a liar. The devil is in the business of trying to mess up my flow, but it's not going to happen. So I wanted you to invite your friends, but we'll just, you know, the show must go on. And yes, in about 2 seconds, I'm going to start being 52. Because it's what we do when we're 52. We have hot flashes. All right, my darling. So the show is called The Pride Corner, Our Coming Out Stories and More. My name is Dr. Lulu, a.k.a. the MOMATRICIAN. I am a board-certified pediatrician, and I'm a mom of a non-binary young adult human, a.k.a. Papa. We call them Papa. We call them Papa since they were a baby. So I decided to do this show because why not? That's it. That's it. So Shari and I met. Was it on Clubhouse?
Grown and Flown.
Yeah, but was it on Clubhouse? How did we meet?
We met on Grown and Flown.
Yeah, but Grown and Flown I met through Clubhouse.
Well, Grown and Flown Parents is some place that I post a lot of pride and gay related content, so I contacted you through that. I found you.
Oh, okay, you found me. Okay, never mind. My bad. Okay, but either way, Shari is an ally as well as a mother of a child in the queer space. And I learned from some really all the way out there queer people that the proper word actually now that is coming back and acceptable is queer. I've had to learn a lot of things, unlearn a lot of things, and unrelearn and learn a lot of things. So I'm just happy to be here. Thank you so much for joining us. So we're going to start from the very beginning, which is what I ask everyone on the show to tell us something that no one knows about you or something that's less known about you. It doesn't have to be a secret, just that enough people don't know that about you. So a little bit of a something like an icebreaker. So let's go.
Sure. So most people who know me know that I graduated from Stanford, where I know that your child went to Stanford. So shout out to Stanford.
Are you guys trees? Are you known as trees or something? Or cardinals? Is it cardinals or trees?
Well, we don't have a mascot. So the tree is our mascot. Yeah.
The tree, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, trees. I'll take that because I'm a lover of trees, actually.
And so something that most people might not know about me is I also went to comedy college.
What is that?
I went to comedy college. I learned stand-up comedy. I performed in New York and California. Yeah.
What?
I usually don't tell people that because then they expect me to be funny. So
yeah, well, sadly, you can't escape that. You have to give us a joke right now, and it better land.
No,
So
I
I'm
can't. I
waiting.
can't. I can't do it. I'm retired. I'm retired from that.
Oh my God, she went there. She went there. I love it. Welcome to Selena Bellaudry and K-Hud Coaching, my sister. Welcome to the Pride Corner. That corner right there, where we are discussing our coming out stories and more with people in the queer space. So please, if you're watching me, take a moment and invite your friends. Tap on the little arrow and invite your friends and let them come and learn a thing or two. You never know. And I know K-Hud is going to be on the show. Yay! I can't wait. So Shari, thank you for sharing that. The next question is obvious. Why did you decide to sign up for the show? Why did you decide to sign up for the show?
Well, I decided to sign up because you asked me, and I admire what you're doing so much. I think this is a space that really needs support for the parents of kids in the queer community. And I think you're awesome, and I really appreciate it. So just to be a small part of what you're doing, I thank you for asking me.
Thank you so much for saying yes. My son said the same thing. Well, Mom, you asked me to. So I was like, okay. Oh, well, you know what? I said son, but y'all know what I mean, who I mean. So, but anyway, sometimes I go into that son space, but of course, I don't know what they are. They're just my child. So my child said that. So Selena says, thank you. I'm excited to be here, and thank you for being here to share your stories and give us allies an opportunity to learn. Yes, as a matter of fact, Selena Bellaudry, buenas tardes, and welcome to the party. Selena, I would like for you to come on this show. So what I'm doing, which Shari may or may not notice, is I'm interviewing queer people and allies, but I'm also planning on uploading it as soon as my son gets back. My middle son at Texas Tech is going to upload all of them to my brand new podcast and to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to do this every day until I can do it no more. And yes, everyone's like, wow, what a commitment. Well, it's 1 hour. I don't know what to say, but it's 1 hour, so I'm happy. So Shari, thank you for doing this. The second question is also obvious. Do you have a queer child, or are you an ally, or where do you come into the space?
So I'm a proud mom. I have 2 kids. My youngest is gay, and I want to show you a picture because he's so handsome. So I have a picture. So it was taken last year during lockdown. I asked my son Joe if he wanted to do a pride photo shoot with me, and he indulged me and said yes. So here we are. This is us, and this is my gorgeous son Joe. He's stunning, I know. I have a mug that says I love my son. There's more. This is poster size. I made a poster of us, and this is his dad, who's also extremely supportive. So yeah, we did a pride photo shoot. Can you imagine? It was so much fun.
Let me tell you something. As God is my witness, I'm 52 years young. Very, very few things make me do this. Very few. I'm hardly ever speechless. That is the most handsome person ever. Wow.
He's pretty good looking, I have to say.
Wow. On a more serious note, look, you're getting a lot of love. And
Yeah,
I'm Kiki bitch, abso-freaking-lutely. Do me a favor, Kiki. Join me. Just send me a DM right now before you forget. Right now, because I might not remember. Because what happens is when these go live on Instagram, all of the comments are gone. So Kiki, please send me a DM right now. Otherwise, I won't remember because I don't know how to get that. But I'm so happy that you want to. I'm going to pin the comment so you remember to go ahead and just send me a DM, and I'll be so glad to have you on the show. Shari, you are beautiful, first of all. So I'm not surprised at all that the person who came from your vajayjay is so handsome. What a lovely sight to behold. Oh my God. Yes, absolutely.
So that's the answer to your question. Yes, my son is gay. He's going to be 20 in the end of August. And he came out when he was in high school. And he came out quite publicly after he came out privately. So first he came out to his sister. So his sister is 4 years older. And it just did my heart so, I burst when I found that out. Yeah, it's beautiful. I know it's so he entrusted that to her. And what more could you ask for out of a sibling? So after that, a few days later, she helped him compose a letter to me and my husband, his father, to give to us in a letter form. And even though I pretty much knew that he was gay, it came to a shock. It was shocking to me. It was. I was, even though I knew it all along when he was younger, my husband and I would say to each other, if this kid is not gay, we will be shocked. We knew he was gay. We were accepting. We're like, we were fine with it, no problem. But then once you get that positive affirmation, it was kind of like, whoa, wait a minute, like, hang on a second. So if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to read his Instagram post of coming out for your viewers, because I think it says a lot, if that's okay with you.
Well, we're coming up at the 1:15 hour, and I usually like to reset the room at the quarter of the hour. So as not to interrupt you, I'm going to go ahead and take a minute to welcome my soul sister, Dr. Ann, my soul sister, beautiful inside and out. And if you don't know yet, Dr. Ann is one of the co-authors of our brand new book called The Warrior Women Project. Shari, did you get your copy yet?
Not yet, but
she's going to get a copy.
Send me one. Send me one.
Is that what I said? Okay. So you can get a copy, but it's not free. How about that, Shari? But I'll get you one with my wet. I call it my wet, which is my wet live autograph, because I'm going to be famous. There's no question about it. So because of that, I want you to value it so much. So I will send you. I have 4 copies left. One has Oprah's name on it. Oh. So I'll send you one.
Wow, me and Oprah.
Yes, I will send you my Cash App, and we'll make it happen. You know what, Dr. Ann, if you're here, please type in my Cash App. Is the cash, I guess, the $sign MOMATRICIAN. And I know Dr. Ann knows that. But yeah, so let me reset the room. So the show is called The Pride Corner, our coming out stories and more. My name is Dr. Lulu, your beautiful host. I am doing this because why not? And if not me, who? So I'm doing this because I want people to be able to feel free enough to talk about, thank you, Dr. Ann, to talk about these things that we've been hiding for so long. And I'm joined today by an even more beautiful, yes, I said it, even more beautiful Shari, in and out. And if you're just joining us, you missed the pictures that she showed. Maybe she'll show us again. Maybe her handsome son will even slide in. Who knows? But the show is called, so Kiki says, I'm touched of how loving mom you are, Shari. So there you go. There you go, Shari.
Yeah, I do love both my kids, but I you know, my daughter doesn't like to do photo shoots with me. So Joe and I do photo shoots together.
And what a beautiful sight to behold. But your daughter also ran a 5K with you.
Yeah, she coached me to run a 5K yesterday.
Yes,
she ran a 5K yesterday. Yeah.
So she does what she does with you, and that's your thing. And then, you know, and usually I try to sit for my show because I'm just trying to harness the sitting energy, but I'm queen restless. My dad calls me activity. So I'm going to stand because my energy when I'm standing is so much better. Plus I like to show off what I'm wearing anyway. Hint, hint. So, but yeah, on a more serious note, I'm going to stand because I'm really enjoying this. So, so that's the show is called the Pride Corner. That corner right there, our coming out stories and more. And it's right between my door and the wall. So if you don't want to hear, there's the door, like literally, boom. But if you want to, please take a seat and let's talk. Let's get jiggy with it. So Shari, you're telling us now, which is something so interesting. You're telling us that even though you've known that your child was gay their whole life, when they came out, and I'm using they because I was educated that they is safer than mispronouncing. Oh my God, Dr. Lulu, did you just make up that word? I sure did. Than mispronouncing someone. So until you who's watching me, until you know someone's pronoun, you should use they because it's safer. So until they came out to you, and then when they came out to you, you were still shocked. Please tell us more. And if you're just joining us, the show is called The Pride Corner. Please take a moment to tap the arrow at the bottom and invite all of your friends. There's a little arrow at the bottom of your screen. of your screen, invite all of your friends. And if you'd like a copy of our book or any of my books, my Cash App is right there. Send me a DM and I'll make it happen. It's not easy to write 4 books in 2 years. So I'm going to talk about them on my show. All right, Shari.
As you should talk about them. You're amazing. You're awesome. I love you. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fangirling over here. So,
yes, so tell us what's going on in your mind.
Sure.
When your child that you already know is gay now comes out as gay.
So he came out in a letter. He first came out to his sister, which was beautiful. And then he came out in a letter. She helped him compose the letter to us. And when we read it, I still was a little shocked. I don't know why, because I knew all along. Just when it happens to you, it was kind of like I had to just take a step back and reset and think about what I was having a problem with. So as I was processing this, my son informed me that he was going to come out on Instagram in a couple of hours. And so I needed to just get ready for that. So
you needed to get with it. Yes. So I'm assuming that you've got their permission.
He goes by the pronouns he, him.
Okay, so, I'm assuming you got his permission to read the letter. Yes. And I'm only saying this because I'm saying this clearly because this show is going to go on my podcast and it's going to go on my YouTube and it's going to go viral. I know I'm pronouncing the show to become syndicated. So if he's okay with it, go for it. And if you're just joining us, Shari is going to read a letter to us that her son, or a letter, or he's coming
Instagram.
Out. Yes, it's coming on Instagram post. So go ahead. Thank you.
So this was his coming out post on Instagram. It's a public post, actually, so anyone can read it.
Exactly.
And so I had a couple of hours, and I texted my mother, my father, my in-laws, all of my friends, because I didn't want them to find out through social media. So he was in high school, and I'm just going to read this for all of you so you can hear it in his own words. He said, "Hey, everyone. So this post is kind of weird for me to do, but I want to get it out there. I came out as gay to my sister a few nights ago, which I did not think I would have the courage to do because I don't want anything to change. But after I did, it felt great. I've been holding my tongue for so long, and I finally get to be the person I have been longing to be. I'm extremely happy to welcome this new chapter in my life. I want to make it clear, though, that I'm the exact same person as before. Being gay is a new part of me. It doesn't define me, even though I am definitely proud of it. I also don't want to be referred to by people as their quote unquote gay best friend. If I'm someone's best friend, I'm their best friend who also happens to be gay. I don't want to be stereotyped as having to act a certain way. Of course, my friendships with all of you are not going to change. I've spent a lot of time crying and thinking over my entire life with my sister, parents, and the few friends I've told already. Looking forward to many exciting things to come. I'm ready to embrace it. I'm sure plenty of hate will come my way, and people may say hurtful things, but I know who I am, and I am happy with myself. For the first time in a while, I know that I'm late to the party considering Pride Month ended over 2 weeks ago, but better late than never."
Wow. Please, if you can hear her, please send her flowers, send him some claps, send him some clicks.
And this
please,
is my,
I want to see all the love.
My gorgeous son right
that
here.
That is the son. I want to see all the love. And I'm going to pick up my paper as you send her love. Lots and lots of love. The reason I brought my paper is because I wanted, thank you all so much. I wanted to read something that he wrote, that I wrote too. So I say that all the time on my show. I'm not the gay doctor. I'm the good doctor. And if you look at me as a gay person first, you're going to miss out so much about who I am. And that's your loss, not mine. 1, 2. I don't look at my child as a not-binary child. I look at my child as the same child that I gave birth to 23 years ago. And so if you want to judge them as the gay person, black person, non-binary person, then you know what, that's your loss. Thank you all so much for responding. And I want to read something that that resonates with what you said there. Okay, so this is this is a free PDF that is available on my website, and I have it in Spanish now for my friends who speak Spanish. It's called 10 Things You Should Know About Raising Your LGBTQ plus child. 10 things you should know. Now I begin it by, of course, my story. And so one of the things I mentioned is, I said in my case, when my child came out, I was worried, and I still worry about my child's trifecta: black, male, and gay in America. Now, of course, since then, I've realized that they're non-binary. So I can't say male. I have to change that to non-binary, but nonetheless, okay? But I'm also very quick to say, I have known all their life that they were gay. And still, I struggle when they came out as non-binary. While I ask myself many times why it is so hard for me to accept this non-binariness, I nearly forgot that it must be that much harder for my child. Okay, then I say it turns out that I was making it about me and not them. I was worried about what people would say, how the message would be received, and even saddened by the thought that I was losing my son. But was I losing a son in all honesty? Are they not the same person? The exact same child? So what was I truly afraid of? Why did I resist using the appropriate pronouns? What was the difference between my gay son and my non-binary son? They have the same smile, the same voice, the same brain, the same heart, the same musical genius. Why do I sometimes hesitate to tell people about the non-binariness of them? And, you know, and so on. So I want you to know that exactly what you just said, similar to that is what I was going through. Of course, I'm no longer that person, but it's my story. And it stays that way forever because es verdad. So if you're wondering, if you're a parent and you're thinking that your child might be queer or gay, and you're struggling with that information, two things. First of all, Dr. An, if you're still here, please type my website. It's dr-lulu.com. So dr-lulu.com, and grab you a copy of my free PDF. That's one. And then number two, I have a free, safe Facebook group for parents of queer folks, which is growing at the speed of lightning. Like literally this morning, we're almost at 800 people. June 1st, we were at 500 people. It's not even June 15 yet. So I am welcoming all of the growth of the group, but also is affirming to me that the work that I'm doing, which is coaching parents, is so needed, like you said, Shari. Thank you so much for sharing that. And if you missed that beautiful post that her son posted the day he came out, go back and rewind this video when I posted and watch it. No son abnormal, son realis, son. Oh, yes. Okay. So, no son abnormal, son reales, son genios. Exactly. So, thank you so much, mi amor. Thank you so much. My website is dr-lulu.com. You get my PDF, you get my free webinar, you get you get to schedule an appointment with me so we can talk about this, so I can show you yourself in the mirror. Me, I was you. Shari, I want to know, and I know they want to know what's going on in your mind when your child comes out to you and then you're shocked. Please, please, please tell us what do you mean you were shocked? You've known he was gay his whole life, or you've at least thought about it, that you're getting so much love because people are asking the same questions in their mind. What does she mean that she was shocked? And thank you so much for being who you are today, a great ally. Go ahead.
Sabes que hablo español también y tengo una amiga que está mirando en España.
All right, all right. Suck it to me, okay? Hablo español también, pero my show no es en español, es en inglés.
Okay,
So
muy
es
bien.
muy, I love it.
Lo
I love
siento.
it. Es muy importante
Sí.
to comprender español.
Sí.
Pero ahorita necesitamos
En
hablar
inglés.
inglés. Gracias. I love it. Let's go.
Okay, so what I was talking about of being shocked. So like I said, I kind of knew that he was gay, but even when you know, even when you're an ally, both of my parents, my mother, my father, both New York City teachers, very open. It never was a problem in my extended family, but when it hits you directly, it's just a little bit of a reset. So where I was imagining myself at my son's wedding at the first dance, guess what? I'm still there at his wedding, the first dance. I'm dancing with him at his wedding. And no, he's not having a female bride, but he's going to have the best wedding ever. He already knows he wants the destination wedding. So I just had to just really adjust my way of thinking, but it's still awesome. It's still fun. It's still amazing. As you said, my child is still my child, and he's awesome.
Thank you so much. Welcome, Sunshine Gypsy. The show is called The Pride Corner. That corner right there. With me, your beautiful host, Dr. Lulu. And today I'm joined by an even more beautiful guest, Shari. Shari, we're going to be best friends till I die.
Twins. We're twins.
And I'm going,
We're
and I'm
twins.
going to be at that wedding, honey,
Yeah.
whether you invite me or not. And just a little known fact, Shari writes for the college. Tell them.
I write for a Collegiate Parent and Grown and Flown. And what's great about these two places is they focus on teenagers in high school and in college. And I was one of the writers that provided them with their first Pride and gay related content. And both Grown and Flown and Collegiate Parent were so open to publishing these articles. One was about just vocabulary, like you were talking about non-binary, like what is that? So I wrote an article about Pride 101, gay BCs. Get that vocabulary down. Pride is a time for learning for everybody. So yes, I write for numerous places, but Grown and Flown and Collegiate Parent both have highlighted and acknowledged and recognized and supported Pride Month for young people, which is great. I really appreciate it. And they're both on Instagram. Grown and Flown.
And wait. Whose article is going to be published this week?
Oh, wait, I don't know. Some lady who's super awesome. Yes, Dr. Lulu's micro is going to be published on Collegiate Parent this Thursday.
Yes. So my article is going to be published on their website. I'm so excited. Let me tell you something. You cannot fake this kind of joy when you find your niche, when the message hits you. Okay, so I'm going to tell everyone because I can. I am going to be on Gayle King's show.
But I'm on your show. I'm on your show.
Yes, and I'm going to have my own show too. So let me tell you something. With all of the self-doubt that I had, oh my goodness, am I doing this right? Do I know what I'm doing? I'm only 2 months old. 2 months old as a parent coach. I just announced my retirement on Friday. Like, I literally have been a pediatrician my whole life. My 30 years, I've been a doctor. That's all I know. Thank you for the love. And then Gayle King, the Gayle King, asked me to be on her show. Are you freaking kidding me? What? So yes, it's going to be happening on Tuesday. It's not a secret anymore. It's out. And Shari, you are going to be on my radio show when it becomes a syndicated, because you know it's going to be.
Thank you. I can't wait.
And I told you, you're going to come often. You can come once a month if you like, because there's some things that you know that I don't know, and we're all lifelong learners. So yes, first of all, thank you for sharing that beautiful piece with us. Thank you for sharing the pictures with us, but also most importantly, thank you for being who you are, because you're an ally, and a lot of allies are in the closet. Shari, tell me about that. Tell me a little bit about that.
So the whole thing about being an ally. So sometimes my son actually tells me I'm a little too much.
Too much.
The whole rainbow situation.
I knew you were going to say that.
So that's why I'm not wearing my tie-dye rainbow shirt today, and I'm only wearing my very small rainbow pin. So he couldn't accuse me of being like crazy rainbow mom, because I have a lot of Pride shirts. I have Love is Love shirt. I have multiple proud mom shirts. I have rainbow shirts. I have tie-dye rainbow shirts. I have straight rainbow pants because I really have a lot of pride. So there are a lot of quiet allies, and that's okay too. So, you know, some people are not out there in your face marching or screaming or writing articles, but that doesn't mean that they don't support the community.
Can you say that again for those at the back? Oh my God. But here's the thing, Shari. Here's why I wanted you to say that. It wasn't even about what you were saying. What I wanted to say is the fact that when your child came out to you, you were shocked. But that has not stopped you from being who you are today. And that's what I want people to, that's what I wanted to come out of that. Listen, it doesn't matter how you begin. It's how you end. Look, I was not the exemplary parent. Please do not forget what I'm going to say to you right now. I was not the exemplary parent. My child put it straight to me on Monday. They were like, Mom, you were not the most supportive parent when I was coming out because I was raised Catholic. All the lies I was told, every kind of thing you can imagine. However, once you know better, you freaking do better. So this is like for real, for real. So yes, so both of us are like twins. You're right. When I found out they were non-binary, I was like, what is that? What is that? However, I had a little, but then I quickly regained my stamina. Let's go. We move, right? Because there's no time to waste. If I'm here worrying about taking over the agenda, worrying about it, what about my child over there? They need me to be there for them 24/7. So I had to quickly get off of my little horse and keep moving. And Dr. Ann says, Oprah's best friend, Gail King, in case you don't know. Yes. And you know what, Dr. Ann, thank you for saying that. When we were writing the book, I was saying that the book was going to get onto Oprah. And I was like, I don't know how it's going to get onto Oprah, but I know it's going to get to Oprah. That's all I knew. And then Oprah's best friend is like, you want to come on my show? So do you think Oprah is going to be getting this book next week? Huh? And then all of my books are going to be on Oprah's coffee table. But yeah, so I digress. Welcome to the show. If you're just joining us, the show is called The Pride Corner. We're taking to queer community members and allies. And I'm joined today by Shari, who is smart, as pretty as she's also funny, and a mother of a gay son. And she has shared pictures with us already. So Shari, we're at the second half of the show now. I want you to tell us, I don't know if your son is able to tell us this, or if you can tell us this. Do you think that your son felt accepted when he came out?
So he definitely felt accepted when he came out. We, like I said, we had a letter given to us. So I had about 2 hours.
2 minutes.
Well, I had about 2 hours from the time that I received the letter to the time I was going to be seeing my son. And so I called my daughter and started freaking out. And she was really kind and compassionate. She's 4 years older than my son. And I said, Rose, I have to do something. I have to make sure that when I see him, he feels warm and welcome. And she said, well, Mom, you know, when we pass our driver's test or when something fun happens, you go to Cookies by Design and get us a cookie. And I was like, yes, I'm going to get a rainbow cookie. So I called Cookies by Design, Dr. Lulu, and they said they don't have rainbow cookies. I started crying on the phone. I started hysterical crying, sobbing on the phone, telling them that my son just came out as gay. I needed to have a rainbow cookie. I had to have a rainbow cookie. I was sobbing. And the lady on the other end of the phone said, my nephew is gay. I'll have a rainbow cookie for you in an hour.
Yes! I was actually going to say, and I know why you were crying. It had nothing to do with the rainbow cookie, and you and I know that. It was just all these years, you suspected something. Then you finally get the confirmation. You have to go through it. You're human. And so yes, whether it was rainbow cookies or shamebow cookies, we know that you did what you had to do because all of those emotions had to come out. On Monday, let me tell you something. On Monday, and the Dr. Ann, I don't know if she knows this or not. On Monday morning, I was laying on the floor in my bathroom in fetal position. I was crying and crying on Monday morning. Today's Sunday, so last week Monday. And I was crying. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Why am I retiring from medicine? How stupid am I? What do I mean that I'm going to retire from medicine? Who the heck do I think I am that I'm going to retire from medicine and start coaching parents? What if nobody wants to be coached? What if nobody signs up for my coaching? What if nobody, no, what if Monday morning, Monday afternoon, I look at my email and I see the email from Gail King. Then I see, yes, Anne, I was calling you to cry to you. That's what happened. I see the email from Gail King. I see the email from the radio people that want me to do a TV show and to come and have my own radio show. I see the email from the people that want me to review kids LGBTQ plus books and do like reviews for them, top 10, and give them reviews. I see the email from the city of San Antonio. They want to photograph me and some other people for their diversity calendar for queer people, whatever. I'm just telling you that all of this was like God saying, are you crazy? All right, you know what? If you want to, I'm going to show you these 4 things, but I really wasn't going to show it to you yet. But okay, here's a taste of what you could be doing by sticking with this thought of saving children's lives. Because people don't understand that my reason for doing this is youth suicide prevention. That's all I'm doing. I want parents, not you, because your son is not you are technically not my tribe, but there are enough parents out there who are struggling right now to make sense of it. So if you're watching me and you can hear my voice, if you can share this video, I would appreciate it. So other people will hear, other mothers, not just Dr. Lulu, other mothers who still have to go through the motion. You, no matter how supportive you are, you have to go through the motion. But look how much time you had. You had 2 hours to get your act together because your child was like, I'm moving, whether you're coming with me or not.
Yes. So I stopped off at my best friend's house. The rainbow cookie, they wrote, "We love you" on it. And when I stopped at my best friend's house, I said, I need to wrap this in a nice package. Help. I was also crying. And her friend was there. And guess what they had in their car? They had this rainbow flag in their car. So I wrapped up the cookie, put the rainbow flag. I knew it was like destiny. He got home. I gave him a big hug. It was a beautiful moment. His father came home from work. We all embraced him with love. And we actually said, we're going out tonight. We went out to dinner into New York City. We said, you pick the restaurant. This is your coming out dinner. And of course, he picked the most expensive restaurant I've ever been to in my life, my whole life. But it was really good.
Oh my God. I went to a restaurant in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's called Bentley's on 54th or something, 54th on Bentley's. I forget the name. This restaurant is like at the top of like the tallest Bank of America building, which is like the tallest building in Charlotte. And there's piano and candlelight, and it's just the ambiance is so like, you know, all of that. And then guess what? They splash a little bit of chocolate syrup and splash a little bit of something, and it's $75. I was like, Lord, have mercy. Oh, goodness. Oh, my God. Look at what Selene says. She says, can you imagine if all parents responded this way? I was going to ask you that same question.
Yeah, so
imagine how many more parents need to respond the way you did, and how my job will now become obsolete. I won't have to coach any parents because all the kids will be thriving. Go ahead.
What you're doing is so amazing, and I just can't thank you enough, because I have since I write for Grown and Flown and Collegiate Parent, and I have provided some pride and gay related content, I do have parents contacting me, moms actually. I haven't had a dad contact me yet. So the moms that have contacted me, they tell me things like, I wish I could be like you, or, you know, and I just say, but I wasn't me at first. So you have to give yourself time. And I think that what you're doing is providing such a needed service for these parents. And I just want to say thank you on behalf of all the parents that need you. And I know that you were a pediatrician for 30 years. My sister is a pediatrician. I know the heart and soul of a pediatrician is gold and good. And I applaud you for taking this leap of faith and being willing to help all these parents, because suicide is really a big risk in the gay community. And the Trevor Project, I've supported them for a number of years now. And I can't thank you enough, Dr. Lulu, for what you're doing.
Well, here's, I have something for you. Thank you. You're very welcome. David J. Deal just joined us. David is a dad that I think you want to meet, Shari. David, if you can hear me, just send flowers to Shari and I'll connect you all on the back end. David is, and I don't know, I'm not going to say much more than that. So David, you can hear me, send flowers to Shari right now in the comment. Just type in the word flowers and they will pop up. Send flowers, and then I'll connect you with Shari. And if you don't send flowers, it's either you're no longer watching or you don't want to do what I want to do, which is okay too. That's completely fine. But welcome to the party, Salmail Fatkin. Okay, I hear you and I love you. Boom! It is done! Pow, pow, pow! That's what I do, honey. I connect people. So David is such a beautiful soul. It's not my place to share, but David is a beautiful soul in the space. And I think once David and I connect with you at the back end, you will know why. But David, thank you for the flowers. So we're at the home stretch. The third quarter of the show is over, the fourth quarter now. My name is Dr. Lulu, if you're just joining. I'm a pediatrician. I'm retiring on the 5th of July, Cinco de Julio. Yes, it's going to happen. I'm having a whole party, honey. And I think Dr. Ann is going to be there. I'm volunteering her. And I'm going to be coaching parents of queer kids who are just coming out. I feel like I'm better poised to coach those whose kids are just coming out versus those whose kids have already been out. So I had to, and that was even further micro niching the already micro niche. But I know the stumble is usually at that point, that intersection where the kid is coming out and the parents are like, what just happened here? So if she says, I learned how to send flowers. Yes, that's how to send flowers. Just type in flowers and they will come out. So if you are a parent and you're in that space, or you know a parent who is in that space, my name is Dr. Lulu. It's easy. My Facebook is, well, it's longer, but my Facebook group is, actually, you know what? I have a Facebook group it's called Ask Dr. Lulu, same as my Instagram. So just find me. And if you can't find me, type the words, The MOMATRICIAN, and please help me with that. If you Google search The MOMATRICIAN, I am the only MOMATRICIan. Like literally, I made the word up. And just yesterday, I made up a new word, parentrician. And I just sent the word out now to be trademarked, because that's what I do. Once I think of a name, I just trademark it. So Dr. Lulu is my trademark, the MOMATRICIAN is my trademark, and the parentrician is on its way, because that's what I am. I'm always going to be a pediatrician, but I can work with the moms. I mean, I can work as a mom, or I can work as a pediatrician, whatever. I'm a parentrician. But so Shari, if my parents reached as you did to your child, Dr. Lulu and Shari, if my parents reacted, okay. Well, but you know what? It's never too late. It's never too late. Dr. Ann, my Facebook group is not Ask Dr. Lulu. My Facebook name is Ask Dr. Lulu, but that's okay. So Shari, let's talk to you a little bit. It would spare me a lot of money and say, oh no. All right. I am Kiki. We need to connect. Please send me a DM on the back end and let's connect. Thank you so much, because I still work with young adults, you know, as a pediatrician. That's always going to happen. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Ann. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yes, so my Facebook is Ask the word Dr. Lulu, just like my Instagram. And my website is drlulu.com, dr-lulu.com. I mean, just find me though. I'm not hard and I'm very, very accessible. Shari will tell you that. So yes. Shari, as we get onto the home stretch, can you tell us if your child and the acceptance that they got from their parents, do you think that has played a role in who they are today? Because that's really what I do. I want people to see, just like Kiki has said, that indeed not being accepted, I think therapy is the best thing that can come out of that for her or him. I'm not sure who they are. But you and I know that it could be much, much worse. So on a more serious note, do you think that your child's acceptance, I usually say, or the lack thereof, but in your own case, we know that they were accepted wholeheartedly within hours. Do you think that, what role do you think that that played in who they are today? If for the fact that your child has to say that, Mom, sometimes you're too much, that to me says a whole lot. But go ahead, talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, he does think sometimes I'm a little much. I mean, maybe a lot I'm a little much. You know, it's okay though. But I think it played a big role in who he is. And because, you know, how your environment is at home, that's your definition of safety and normality. So as soon as I knew that he was gay, for sure, and he came out. So it's hard to see, but behind me is it's a rainbow tapestry that I took from another room. I added some gay decor, let's say, rainbow decor to my home to make him feel welcome. You know, I had a lot of just straight stuff in my house, even Mickey and Minnie. I'm obsessed with Disney, and Mickey and Minnie were all over the place, but there weren't any same-sex sculptures in my house or couples or anything like that. So I put up some rainbow flags and, you know, rainbow magnets, not anything crazy, just a little bit to support. And one thing I did that I know he rolled his eyes at, but I thought it was nice, is he has 2 teddy bears and I put them together.
I saw that.
Holding hands, and I told him that they were 2 boy teddy bears. And
I read that. Oh, okay. I read that, and I thought that was so
maybe that is a little too much. Like now looking back, yeah, maybe that's a little too much. But you know, you can begin at home, and even if your children are younger, by the way. So now if I were to do it all over again, I would have some different kind of diverse artwork in my home, really, because you never know how your child's going to feel, and you want them to feel welcome in your home. So, you know, putting up a little rainbow flag may actually make the difference of having your child feel safe in their own home, which I think is really important.
I want to show you how almost over rainbowed we are in my house. Yeah,
I have more. This is
we don't play. I've got my soon-to-be ex-wife is Liberian. The Liberian flag is over there. This is the hugest one that we have. I'm Nigerian, obviously. We are American. There's even the trans flag. We don't play in my house. And it's very, very, very. It's a very big space. You can see right there where it is, and not here, but where it is. I went to the store. And I was like, I got a brand new phone, and boom,
nice.
I got that. I was like,
nice.
It's gonna happen. But I want to say, I like that Blue's Clues is having a pride parade on the show. Very good. But I wanted to say something about that. Where you or your son are thinking you're a bit too much, we have enough kids who want a little bit of that. So I say to all the Sharis out there, keep being too much. Keep being too much for your child, because your child needs to know unequivocally that you're there for them. So if that's what it's going to take, then Shari, I applaud you again. And as we wind down, I want you to say two things, because I usually have to ask the parents this, or whoever is on my show this. What would you say, first of all, to a parent, and then secondly, to a child who is going through what you were going through? So this way I'm asking you, what was the mindset that it took for you to quickly get rid of that, oh my goodnessness, and quickly get in with the program? So what would you say to a parent who needs to hear? Go ahead.
I would just really tell them that it's going to be okay. That would be the biggest thing I would share with them. And I would also encourage them to get support. So right now, Dr. Lulu, the fact that you're doing this, I would guide them to you. But I also encourage parents to reach out to community support centers like PFLAG, Parents and Friends of Lesbians and Gays. I went to a PFLAG meeting. I went to just one meeting, but I felt like I needed it. And I went there and I cried again. Even though it was a few weeks after he came out, and they were very supportive. And there are a lot of community support groups out there. If you just Google it, you can find probably a group close to you. And if you are struggling, it's okay to say so. It's okay to admit it. It's okay to reach out for help. And you can change. Just like you said, Dr. Lulu, when your child came out as non-binary, you're like, what? You know, like for myself, just even little things. Like I used to say things like to my son, well, you know, men don't drink white wine. Men don't drink an Aperol Spritz. And I was just like, no, like, he's like, that's ridiculous. And then I was like, you know what? You're right. It is ridiculous. And in fact, my husband now, when we go out, he'll order an Aperol Spritz because a drink
Real
has
men wear
no
pink.
gender.
Exactly,
no
because
gender.
real men wear pink. Oh my goodness. Yes.
So
And
that's
things,
what, you know, there's lots of things that you can learn and you can change your ways. So I'm 49 years old and I am still learning and changing. And I think that parents shouldn't be afraid of new things. You know, when we were younger, we didn't know what non-binary was, meant, or anything.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean it's not there or true, but we just need to learn about it. So it's going to be okay, and be kind to yourself and reach out for support.
Very, very true. I try to write the name of my Facebook group as for anyone who is looking for a space, but I didn't finish it and then I sent it out. So it says positively parenting your LGBTQ plus, but really children is the last word. So sorry about that. So that's the name of my group. I really believe that Facebook has shadow, what's the thing? Shadow whatever me, because when I post in my own doggone group, it doesn't get seen. But so I don't know, but you know, it's a group and there are lots of people there. They're sharing with each other. They're loving on each other. It was good enough for Jay Gatsby. Very good. And so this is so important that people have a place to go and learn and talk to each other and just hold space for each other. And if your child is not gay, that's okay too. You can be the space for a child who is gay. There's so much homelessness in that space, so much death, so much pain. So what Shari said is awesome. You know, hold space for yourself, be kind, be compassionate to yourself, join groups. There are people out there, but if you don't reach out, we're not going to read your face and know. You have to reach out. So what would you say to a child who is going through what your baby is going, personally parenting your, yes, child, yes. So just put children in brackets and put the REN in bracket, but that's exactly right. So Brenda, welcome to the party. So Shari, what do you have to say to a child who is in your own child's shoes?
So I would really say the same thing, which is it's going to be okay. I would say the same thing to a child. I would suggest that also they reach out. If they're in high school, maybe contact their guidance counselor. If they're in college, maybe there's a counseling center or a queer community on campus to reach out for. There are places you can go to for help. And again, no one can read your mind. You have to actually take that first step. But once you do that, it's going to be okay. It's going to be great, actually.
It's going to be great. Yes. And before we go away, can I say this to any parent? If you can hear my voice, there's nothing wrong with you. You didn't do anything wrong. You just had a child who happens to be queer. And I don't even know if as a Nigerian, the word queer means something different, but in that space, in that community, queer means something good. So great. Your child is in the L. So rather than saying, oh, I lost my child, my son, how about I gained a daughter? I lost my daughter. How about I gained a son? I won't get a son-in-law and son-in-law. How about I'm going to get a daughter-in-law? I'm not going to get grandkids. That's not even true. So every myth that you are thinking about, I'm there already. I already bust that myth. So please believe me, your child is perfect just the way they are. And I will say this till I die. If God does not make mistakes, then there's nothing wrong with your child. And you know, one of my books in the future is called What If God is Non-Binary, honey? Yes, I gotta go there. It's going to happen. Stay tuned for that book. Thank you so much, Shari. This has been awesome. I hope you found enough joy out of it like I did. So please tell the people where they can find you. How can they read your articles and all of that? I'm already stealing a lot of your articles. I steal a lot of information.
Yes, so my author pages are located on Grown and Flown and Collegiate Parents. So you just go to those websites and type in my name, Shari Bender, and you'll be able to see all my articles, not just my pride and gay related content, but all my content if you want to read it.
So it's called Grown and Flown. If you can hear me, please type it. Grown and Flown. Grown and Flown is what she's talking about. So people can get what she's saying. It's important that people are talking about this stuff. So if this show meant anything to you today, please share it. Share it on your timelines. Tag me. Look at that. Dr. Annie's got it because she's got a kid who is collegiate. If this show meant anything to you today, please share it. Tell people about me. Tell people about Shari. Let them read and get edumacated. Okay, it is important. Okay, and if you are someone you know is struggling with understanding what's going on with your child, what's going on with you, is there something wrong with you because your child is this way or something? Please reach out to me. I mean, like, it's not free because it's a source of living, but you have to decide which pain you want to live with, the toothache or the tooth extraction. Either way, you got to make a decision. So that's my time. My name is Dr. Lulu, aka the MOMATRICIAN.